Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between MouzStrelok and who is this? This is mTwHoRRoR. So mTwHoRRoR versus Strelok here on Lost Temple. We have HoRRoR spawning at the 12 o'clock position of Lost Temple as the green Zerg player. Meanwhile, down over here we have Strelok spawning as the blue Terran at the 2-3 o'clock position. So this is going to be a close spawn. Now, thoughts on the Terran versus Zerg matchup? Well, in the original StarCraft, it was a lot about infantry, a lot about marine and medic early on in Brood War, and then eventually the Terran players wised up or started adapting to a metal strategy against the Zerg. Now we'll see how this particular game evolves. I believe StarCraft is going to be, or StarCraft 2 is going to be one of those games as players develop counters and as the meta game changes. You're going to see very different strategies consistently coming out. There's never going to be the one strategy that trumps all strategies. Otherwise, there's going to be a nerf from Blizzard. Anyways, MouzStrelok now going to go ahead and head back over here, start mining more minerals and waiting for an additional 50 minerals before building that before building that barracks. So waiting up to 13 food before building that barracks, as opposed to getting that barracks at 11. So the orbital command will be delayed just a little bit. HoRRoR now flying overhead with that Overlord. Probably knows that he's going to have a little bit more time, probably going to build on a fast hatchery expansion. If I saw a delayed barracks like that, as a Zerg player, I would definitely go for a fast hatchery, knowing that I will be able to generate more units more quickly with my spawning, even though my spawning pool will in fact be late. Taking a look, we now have a SCV now moving out. Gonna go ahead and scout out this hatchery though, so we'll see if that SCV tries to build a bunker once this barracks is done. Barracks down or up to 900 hit points almost, and this game will get underway momentarily. Now have a refinery up and running. Taking a look, now gonna go ahead and build that orbital command, build a marine, and then perhaps build additional supply depot right here. Come on, SCV, work. Come on, work. Nope. Okay, there he goes. He was loitering by the barracks. Anyways, coming back over here, we have this SCV. Gonna go ahead and move on now. Taking a look, that spawning pool now down up to 550 hit points almost, as that hatchery will in fact be up and running. Taking a look over here, a single marine now gonna go ahead and run on out. Perhaps try to take down this Overlord. That's one of those things that is bad about the positioning on this on this high ground. As soon as you have a single marine here, wait, are we gonna have an SCV rush? Yes, we are in fact gonna have an SCV rush. So 6 SCVs and a single marine trying to take down this positioning. A bunker now being built. Zerglings now being produced as well. Only 2 Zerglings as drones trying to come back over, and we'll see how this really works out. And a single that poor drone now trying to move back away. SCV is going to be standing over here. They can probably sit on this ramp and tell themselves to just auto repair, and then there's nothing that Mouse can really do at this stage in the game. Yeah, those SCVs doing a very quick rush against that hatchery. So now what, 7 SCVs trying to or gonna be able to take down that one hatchery, and if those SCVs just sit on this ramp and hold position and then auto repair, there's nothing that these Zerglings can really do. They cannot come down fast enough. Reinforcements will not be able to come in. More Marines coming in. Another one jumping into that bunker. And now these SCVs just standing close by in order to make sure that those Zerglings are not going to be able to come down that ramp. A Mouse does not have any sight up that ramp right now, so maybe a little concerned in terms of what is there. Hatchery's going to go down. Broodlings are going to spawn, and we'll see how that really works out. Marine once again jumping back in. 4 Marines firing out of that single hatchery. Down it goes. Hatchery getting taken down. Broodlings trying to take down that bunker. SCV's now repairing that. Are they on auto repair? No, they are not on auto repair. Just going to go ahead and repair it the old-fashioned way. 3 larvae now getting shot down. Those larvae with that 10 armor able to take a lot of damage from those Marines. Now in the Zerg cocoon, however, I believe they have less hit points or less armor, so that bunker may be able to in fact complete. Taking a look back over here, HoRRoR trying to adopt him nicely, sitting on 19 drones, 2 SCVs still standing over here, and trying to run around with those SCVs. SCVs getting stuck, and now that bunker is going to get taken down. So Mouse pretty much leaving that bunker to die and losing all those Marines. Taking a look at the income or the army size, however, HoRRoR sitting at 475 versus Mouse's 200, and the game looks fairly interesting on what exactly is going to be happening. We have a tech lab now being put down, and whether or not Mouse is going to have enough to really fend off this attack is the really important question. There's a fair number of Zerglings, and those SCVs need to get over here as well in order to try to protect this expansion or protect this natural location. Otherwise, the SCVs might get caught up as those Zerglings are able to take down one of those supply depots. There's not much surface area or room for those Zerglings to attack those, so that may be the saving grace in this particular instance. Taking a look back over here, more bunkers being produced, and Barracks still sitting with that single tech lab, and now we're teching the Banshees. So Mouse now quickly teching the Banshees, and I do not see any Mutalisks. I do not see any additional any way for Horror to really counteract this. Only has a single Queen out, and that single Queen trying to take down 2 Banshees at the same time is going to be GG. Those two Banshees going to be completed, and I believe that is going to be GG, as an army of Zerglings are just going to melt like butter to those Banshees. So just waiting for this. Wait, Horror now coming in with Banelings, however. So if those Banelings are able to break through that front door, but this game may go a little bit longer. We'll see how this really works out. Banshee, a single Banshee now moving out though. So one Banshee trying to shoot down that Queen, able to shoot down that Queen, and those Banshees now going after those drones. Stopping the drone production. Coming back over here, Zergling's able to at least take down one of those supply depots. So one supply depot is in fact down, and now perhaps more supply depots. Secondary supply depot, or sorry, secondary bunker now getting repaired as more units try to come in. Zergling's going to start running around and then perhaps get into that mineral line. So both players taking a lot of damage towards their mineral lines. However, Mouse is pretty much winning this game now, as there are no more harvesters for Horror. I believe Horror's got to say GG in just a moment. But Banshee now flying over here, going to go ahead and try to take down this hatchery, and Horror does in fact say GG. Stay tuned for Game 2 in this best-of-3 matchup between Horror and StarCraft. I'm not sure what map it is, but this is from the TeamLiquid Invitational.